2, 3.
Alright then. Last time, when we were here, and I'll take you to the page where we were at that moment. So, last time when we were here, you found a hidden passageway under a lake on your way up to your next town. I think you were going to Tim, even.
Mm-hmm.
You found a passageway, managed to find the entrance, or technically create an entrance to it. Followed your way down a very... first walked a while, followed your way down a lot of stairs, and found a massive door. Entry, you found out why it was so massive, as there was some sort of giant in front of you, who quickly called a couple of other giants. You basically figured out that not continuing would be the smartest idea, ran back up, and took your rest there. I think we haven't rolled for HP, etc. yet.
For the level, or?
For level we haven't done anything, but you have to have a rest before that happens anyway. So we can ignore that for now. But a couple of you had taken some pretty serious amount of damage. And still need to heal from it, and by that I mean Dolos and Tyraneus.
Can you take us back to the page? Because I don't remember how much damage I had.
Thought
if
I
any.
did, but apparently I didn't. Here we go.
This
I didn't take any damage. I got picked up and
yeah, didn't we?
Carried off.
Oh, maybe we didn't. Maybe this is where we ended up.
Yeah, we ended it off just before the end of the rest, so technically there wasn't any resting done yet. Or at least no long resting done.
I have full health apparently. I don't. That's.
I think you got healed back up by Ty and Gumby. So you do successfully rest still within the cave, or within the passageway. But on the top of the stairs. Within the previous hours you haven't heard anything that would suggest something coming up the stairs. And this is the point where you are free to do whatever, I'd say.
So I'm back up to full health.
Okay.
I'm almost back. Cool.
You're at 48 out of 48. 30 out of 34. So what are you gonna do?
Leave?
Yeah.
I guess it'll be great XP, but
I'm not finding a fire giant.
We can come back.
Yeah, we'll probably have to.
Probably.
somebody's gonna have a problem with it. They're gonna recruit us to take it out. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but we probably need help for that.
Okay, so you make your way through the hallway back up, or back outside. And once you get outside, I want you to make a survival check or a perception check, either or.
Okay, it's the same thing for me.
It's either bad. So I'm just gonna call it survival.
Yeesh.
Oh, I did better.
There we
The
go.
rescue.
Okay, so Drake, or actually Dolos and Gumby, you just walk out, make your way straight to the cart. Drake, you're standing there.
Mm-hmm.
When you get outside, and you look outside, and something seems off to you. Ty, when you move outside, you expect it to be day, morning. When you get outside, it's dark. And it's... You could say it's the form of darkness that you get with an eclipse.
I point that out right away to everyone.
just like notice it shouldn't be dark.
And if I remember right,
now you notice like it's more like notice. Oh wait, yeah, it is supposed to be morning. It is supposed to be light.
Okay.
And then you notice, oh yeah, that is weird.
Like a full sun eclipse?
This isn't because we opened a door, is it?
Computer and program.
Crap.
Execute end of the world.
Because they said, like, the cursed door was open. So we've now cursed the entire world.
So you look up, look at the sun, and you do see that the sun is still there. But it seems as if something is casting a shadow on the sun. And that gives you the idea. That gives you the idea eclipse.
Do we know if an eclipse is scheduled for today?
Tyraneus would know, especially with that check. No, there are no eclipse scheduled today.
Tomorrow?
Actually, there are no eclipse scheduled
in a couple of years.
Yeah, in a couple of years. Eclipses are very rare in this world.
Is there any indication it's magically induced?
You can check.
Let's do
what do you mean check?
Arcana check.
You can
yeah,
check. Try an Arcana check. Perhaps it gives you something, but
yeah. No.
Yay! Oh, Toby beat me still. Oh no, wait, that's a different roll.
You don't feel any like magical presence directly in the area. None of you do. Yeah, you. It may be because the sun is kind of far away that you will not feel any magical presence from it or whatever. But you just don't feel. You don't. Yeah, feel like magic is involved here.
Do we have any idea of lore or myths that would like have this kind of behavior, like
or
prophecies?
Like a prophecy, yeah.
Prophecies. That's probably religion or history checks.
Gumby?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do history.
I can do history.
Unfortunately, they're intelligence checks that I'm proficient in, unfortunately, they're intelligence checks, but I'm proficient in them, so...
Drake, your history...
Can I do either or?
Yay!
Or can I do both, actually?
No, either or. Drake, your history is recent history, and in recent history there is no mentioning of this.
Nope.
And my history?
No religious things that I know of.
I'll continue with Gumby first. I'll go... Okay. Yeah, Gumby, then Ty, and then Ty and then Dolos. Gumby, for you it's kind of the same thing. In your short study of religion, you mainly focused on the now more so than the soon to be, so to say, or the things that were. So you haven't really come across it. Tyraneus, is it a history or a religion check?
That was a history check.
History check. Okay. In history, you have heard of eclipses. You have heard that, or you have read them, the eclipses. You have seen them being described. You actually have lived long enough to see multiple of them from different parts of the continent. You may have never left the continent, but from different parts of the continent, they may look different. This is most certainly not a normal eclipse. There is a possibility that within the history books there are abnormal eclipses every so often, but you haven't come across it.
Okay, thanks.
Dolos?
Yes.
Is it a religion or history?
History.
History. So you basically know the same things as Tyraneus does, but you also know just a snap bits of the point where history and religion kind of mingle and become, well, while not one, very close related. And you have read a couple of texts in your house or in your local library near your house, which suggest that the gods have power over these types of eclipses, and that a long time ago, and we're talking about thousands of years ago, a god of death had once come to the world, like the god of death itself came to the world, and the area where that world was darkened for a while.
Okay.
There are many more passages below that seem to contradict the original passage. That say that there wasn't a god of death, it was just a very skilled magic user, or that it was some sort of magical calamity. Magic went AWOL, that sort of thing. But that's the closest thing that you remember about it.
Well, if it's a god of death, Ty can be the go-between. Because he's died twice.
Thanks.
Must have met him.
Does Ty remember when he died? Does he have any memory of that?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to. Don't I? Because I promised to fight Undead, was it?
Yeah, you have some remembrance of it. The promise that you made to something more powerful than you to fight Undead, so to say. That memory is very strong. And you know that you have made it to a powerful creature, but the pure essence of the powerful creature is a little bit lost to you. But
Okay.
the message most definitely is still with you.
Well, I relay this to the group and say maybe you can ask Melisandre to Gumby, if he could.
This is true. What,
You want to get like a divine... You want to like pray and see if you can get some divine guidance?
Sure, yeah. That sounds reasonable.
Okay, so you're going to pray? And you wish for like an actual information answer, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything that may help this? Anything that may please your god, or
Sacrifice
you could say
the
can
child.
be used as a
Throw a version in a volcano.
yeah, something that maybe can maybe seen as a bribe to be like, see, I offer
No,
you
my-
this in
my god doesn't
exchange,
get
that sort
bribed.
of thing.
No, my goddess doesn't get bribed.
Can't bribe a god.
Oh, you can definitely bribe gods.
I can
Let's be
like
honest.
cast light and do it almost ritual like.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Do like a
In
ritual.
addition?
Or give
Yeah,
maybe
something
some
like that.
shiny jewels?
Like a god cares about jewels.
I don't know, maybe.
In that case, I'd be a
I'd
god.
say in game, I'd say that you know that while gods do not necessarily care about jewels, they know what it's worth to you. And if you offer them something that is worth a lot for you, then they consider it a good offering. If someone who is extremely rich, has all the money in the world, and offers them a gold piece, they are like, what the hell are you trying? If someone who has nothing offers them a gold piece, they're like, okay, this is like a real offering from you.
What about if gold
That is
is a
something
gold
that
coin?
that's something that Gumby would most certainly know. And what did you say,
What do I
Adam?
have?
What about if Drake gave one gold coin?
It would mean a little bit more, but still not a lot, since Drake has more valuable objects to him than just the one gold. Even though
What do
gold
I
is
have,
more
though?
valued by Drake than by some others.
I don't really have.
So there's no point in offering something from someone else.
Depends on what god you're trying to offer it and what that object means for you. I mean, if you just stole it, it means literally nothing for you. Then it's like, yeah, nobody cares. If you just stole it, it means nothing to you, but you're offering to a god who likes stealing, it may be a little bit more.
Ooh, maybe I should start praising
wait a second.
the death god.
Let me look at this a little. I don't know, because I haven't had a chance to use it. But I know the spell Daylight. and just see what it does.
It makes it bright?
Yeah, so I can do that as a offering of sorts. I don't know. I'm just.
Can you do it as a ritual?
Offer them.
I don't think so.
Slot.
Really? What is the level? It's the 3rd level. Third level. Somebody else look it up, because it's taken me a while.
What spell?
Daylight? It's a bard spell.
Bard. What level is it?
3.
3rd level, daylight. It's not a bard spell.
It's a
Maybe it's not a 3rd level spell.
It's a
No,
third
it's a
level
3rd level.
cleric.
3rd level cleric, yeah.
You said bard.
Oh.
Well,
Hey,
you're
not
a
a bard
cleric,
anymore.
so...
I marked it as a bard.
A 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose within range. The sphere is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. If you choose a point on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the light shines from the object wave and moves with it, completely covering the affected object. With an opaque object such as a bowl or a helm blocks the line of sight. Yeah, okay. If any of this spell's area overlaps with an area of darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell that created the darkness is dispelled.
Okay.
So it dispels darkness, and it's a superpowered version of the light cantrip.
Basically. It lasts an hour.
Daylight, yeah, it's light 2.0 really.
I'll start off with light first, and then I'll pray. Just do the cantrip light.
Okay. So you first use your cantrip light, shine a little light around you. How do you pray? Do you sit? Do you stand?
Kneel. I kneel.
You kneel?
Yeah.
You kneel. What do you say in your prayer?
Oh, great goddess Melisandre, we have a mystery before us. We pray that you will illumine our minds and help us to figure out what is going on. Why is it the sun is out, but we are not receiving the full measure of its light?
And I do want to point out that, isn't this like her domain? Like, am I wrong?
And she is the goddess of light.
Yeah, it is her domain.
Okay.
Roll.
Really?
Roll religion, of course.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, she's not pleased.
So you, when you finish your prayer, you can feel like your what's it called? Your sign around your neck. It starts to hum a bit, but you have feeling like your goddess wishes to answer you, but is somehow blocked.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Try
pray
again
with you
later.
guys.
It may be blocked by your own sort of say inability, your own conviction, so to say, that she is not convinced, or that you haven't made a strong enough line between her and yourself. That's the reason why it's blocked, or something else is blocking it from the outside.
Yeah, I'll say pray with me, guys. Please, can
Or
you
we
guys pray
could-
with me?
Or we could. Well, personally, Drake takes a kind of a funny look on his face, and then he says, "Why don't we hold off on this? Go to the nearest town, and then you can go to the local church of Melisandre and try it there."
Or with them.
That's like 5 days away. Do we know if it's dark there too?
Even if we know what's going on, it shouldn't change. We're not that far away. We're only like a day or two away.
Yeah, we're like right at the lake.
Yeah. So we're not that far away, and even if we know what's going on, what are we going to do about it? It's not like we can suddenly make this stop.
Not that we know.
So I'd say let's just wait until we get to the actual... Let's just wait to get to town.
Okay, I say a quick prayer for forgiveness and silently, and then I'm like, okay.
Okay,
Somewhat
so
reluctantly.
you it is morning probably. You start your trip for the next day. When
What
it
is that for,
grows
persuasion?
night.
No, that was the roll for the travel.
Oh.
When it grows night, the night is even darker than usual. The moon that normally shines at least some light is gone or completely blocked. There is no real travel, and even for those who have dark vision, their vision is limited by a lot. You are more blind than you have ever been in your life. And as you settle in for the night, from the other side of the path, a man who seemingly walks alone, holding his staff, kind of leaning heavily on it, and slowly but surely walking forward towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
Does it look
perception.
suspicious?
Do I notice anything unique about him? Any kinds of symbols or anything?
Did I pry and perceive?
It's always
Of course
worth
you
a
can try.
Every shot you don't take is missed.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
But for
But
me,
it doesn't count towards your
perception
it
is
doesn't count
almost
towards your...
always missed.
And then
See?
again, Dolos usually shoots blanks, so kind of useless. Gumby, old man. You can see that his walking stick is like it's a bit larger of a stick than you would normally see as a walking stick. This seems more like sage-like sticks or like an actual quarterstaff. He walks slow. He seems to lean on his stick a bit, but it's you don't necessarily get the idea that if you take his stick away that it'll fall over. You think by how he stands that he can still probably walk, although not as efficiently. Drake, you see the same things. And yeah, you also see an older man. You kind of get a more somehow there shines a slight bit of light on his face, and what once was an older man now looks less old. So the appearance of the very slow walking, etc., it gave you the appearance that he's old, dies out a bit. He seems, while not young, he seems like around 30 years of age.
Now, so his age, but I didn't see his age change. It's just I thought he acted older than he actually looks. Is that what you're saying? Or did
yeah,
he
seems to act older than he actually looks. That doesn't mean that he that what he does is an act, though.
Mm-hmm. Insight check. Also a 60.
I'm doing inside check too. Oh my gosh.
You don't have anything to insight, really. You don't have any reason to not think that this is an older man. Drake, however, does have that reason, and yes, his face shows younger, but his body movements, either it's real or he's a really good artist. So you're not convinced either way.
Can I tell if he seems to be well meant or not?
If he seems
to be well meant or not?
Good intentions, bad intentions.
No. You don't really see any, like, he's good, he has good intentions, or he has bad intentions. He's just a younger man who walks like an old man through the forest.
And is he heading towards us or past us?
He's heading towards you. Like he's moving, he's like coming up the road while you, like a couple of minutes ago, said like, alright, let's camp here, started gathering your stuff for the camp. And then after a while you saw him coming up.
Is he coming up behind us or from towards where we're going?
He is coming from where you're going.
Okay.
So he's coming from the Dimali Meriton region and going south.
Okay. I mean, he's not heading, is he heading directly to our camp or down the road?
He is heading down the road, camped a bit off the road, but not like a large way in the forest, because that would be annoying. You're probably camped a little bit closer to the lake. Mm-hmm. Like on the left side of the road.
Okay.
You're visible from the road, but there's still some way between.
You failed.
Probably his.
Does he have advantage because it's really dark?
That's true.
I think that right now Dolos is just trying to hide a little bit. He's like, he's like sitting behind one of you, or sitting a little bit more behind the cart than anything else.
I guess I'm not trying really hard.
Yeah, it's like you're semi trying to hide. It's like, I'm just gonna stick here, and your natural stealthiness makes your hiding way better than it actually is.
Alright. I'll just wait here, see what happens. Just in case something goes south.
Okay, so the man is slowly but surely walking its way up to you. He is now he's walking down the road, and when he is at the height where you set your camp, and he's still standing on the road, he kind of turns towards you. You see, indeed, a younger-looking man. He looks a little tired. As if he has been walking for quite a while. He says to you, and he looks at you, he says, "Greetings, travelers. How is the way down south?"
I don't say this out loud, but the first thing I thought of, it is dark and full of terrors.
For the night is dark.
Say the way is smooth, but it's not much different. Not much different as it is now.
When did this situation with the sun start?
Do you ask this to the man?
Yeah.
He said, I started my travels yesterday in the morning from Meriton, and then I know nothing. The night went on, and this day it remained night. He kind of looks up. You can make an insight check as he looks up if you wish.
So that pretty much confirms that we probably had something to do with it.
Not.
Hey, that's 3 really good rolls.
So all of you can see in his eyes a certain fear. He is definitely afraid of this living night, so to say. He looks at the group, he says, it's unsettling.
I'll say.
He then continues, he says, I am looking for a certain person who came down here south. I've been following him for 4 days already. Have you seen him? And he starts describing, it's a man, young, 20 years of age, 1 meter, 80 centimeters, he says around 6 foot. Muscly, clad in leathery sort of armors, He has a, and he probably has like a short bow with him.
How long ago did he come down?
I cannot say. I followed him as soon as I could. At first, he had a day ahead of me. It may have grown, it may not have grown. I've slept little.
Do we recall?
As fast as I could.
Do I recall seeing?
I'm trying to remember. Didn't we see somebody before we got Lake?
No, we just saw
The
those
Dryads.
the Dryads.
The Dryads.
The Dryad. Just them. Okay.
Yeah. Do we recall passing anybody that would fit that description, Wrath?
You recall passing a lot of people, but most of them were either merchants or guards. The description of the man
Probably passed us when we were underground.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, you can make a history check if like going through all the faces a little bit that you have seen in the past.
Nope. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're most.
What have I been doing?
Embo, you're just. Yeah, the description of the person, it was for you a little bit too vague for you. Drake, you are reasonably certain that you have not passed this person.
Okay.
A couple of descriptions fitted, but not like completely enough.
Okay, so I'll say I don't recall passing anyone that fits that description. It could be two reasons. The first one, we just didn't take note of him. The second one, we were actually off the trail for the yesterday. So he could have passed us while we were off trail.
All right. Well, I guess I thank you for what help you could give me. He kind of straightens up a bit. Okay. Everybody else but Ty, perception check as well, please.
It's not going well for me today.
Okay, Gumby and Ty. Both of you, while you're sitting in this encampment, listening to this man, you hear sounds coming from a reasonable distance. From the forest, it may be miles away, but it's still reasonably loud. You hear the sounds of howling.
Like wolves?
You can make a nature check. The both of them can make a nature check to see if they are wolves or anything else.
Or wargs.
Or werewolves.
I don't know.
Oh,
Mr. Nature.
So yeah, you hear these sounds, and a couple of things come up: wolves, wargs, perhaps even dogs. But you cannot say with certainty.
Did you mention? Hey, do you guys hear that howling?
No, I missed it.
Well, I kind of perk my head up and turn my ear towards a direction, so you can ask what we're doing.
You
Do I notice? Let me notice. Let's go with perception.
What you do notice? Okay, Drake. You do not notice the sound, but you do notice that the man who's standing in the middle of the road, he heard the sound as well.
Okay.
I ask if he can identify it.
He hears the sound. He hears the sound, and he kind of looks at you. He says, "Perhaps the fire. Could I sit next to you for a bit?"
Okay, I want to insight that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like that's too odd a request.
No, it's not. It's absolutely
watch
not.
Out for nice.
It's not odd of a request. I just want to make sure it's not an excuse. Like, did he intend to...
We'll give. Yeah, I mean, the question itself is not odd, but it's the timing of it.
No, the timing's perfect, because he's suddenly worried that he's going to be attacked, so he wants to be by a bunch of guys that are, like, in heavy armor.
Well,
it's not...
Attacked by who?
Whatever's out there.
He seems a bit... you look at him, Gumby, and actually everybody looks at him, apart from Dolos, apparently. Or is your 7, is that inside?
That's my inside.
Okay. So you look at him. You can kind of see him shaking his stick. You can obviously see that this guy is nervous. From what you gather, he is probably just looking for a place where he's sort of safe.
Okay, yeah, I'll beckon him over.
He says,
the right
"Thank you,
person to chase someone."
Thank you, kind sirs, madams, whatever you
sirs.
are.
What? No.
We're all dudes
It's
here.
like dark, so he doesn't necessarily see you that well.
I go, we're all dudes here, and then I mumble in my breath, unfortunately.
Have you seen me yet?
Lisa then says, well, thank you anyway. He comes stumbling over. Another perception check.
Oh. Own it.
There we go. That's better. Oh, no. No, it's up to
I'm gonna show
Dolos.
you.
That's your second 2, isn't it?
Oh!
Hey, I mean, you gotta give him a lower... You gotta give Dolos a lower save, right? Or a lower...
Yeah, a
Right.
handicap.
Yeah.
Because I put my fingers in my ears and in front of my eyes all the
La
time.
la 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 la
I'm
la.
not listening.
Okay, so let's see. What were the results? Drake, you suddenly Drake and Dolos actually. The people who didn't hear it last time hear it now, and vice versa. You can hear howling. It is closer than what the other guys said.
Well, we can't know... Oh.
Because they
Hey.
said they're like about this far away from you, and they have now
That's my
become
nature
closer.
check to identify.
That's my stealth.
You are stealthy from something that you do not that couldn't see you anyway. So
You're stealth.
You know, I'm like those sniper guys.
Yeah, you
I
just...
have like all these branches over
Is
me.
there a
I
tree
look
you
like
can
natural.
scurry up in a tree or something?
Edo,
That's
Yeah,
true.
give me a stealth check, please.
That is a
Another
stealth.
Or a nature check, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
nature. Is that intelligence?
Yes.
That's at least better than wisdom.
In bonuses.
There you go. That's all right.
Reasonable.
Oh, your guess is about you hear these creatures and you say, yeah, wolf, warg, dog, perhaps. Your guess is about as correct as the other guys.
Would we think hellhound at all?
No.
It could fit in there.
Oh shit. Okay, I want to take out my lantern and I'm
Could it
gonna
be a
light it.
winter wolf?
I'm gonna light it and point it. Oh god, I hope
Technically,
not.
it could be a winter wolf, but you have never heard a winter wolf, so you don't know how it sounds.
I'm gonna.
Neither have I ever heard of hellhound.
No,
You
we
did.
ran into hellhounds.
Oh yeah, we did.
You sure as hell know what a hellhound is.
When you got KO'd in the
Yes,
the first
I
round
did.
of the fight, and I had to drag your almost dead body off.
Hey, I don't remember that because I blanked out.
You almost died, so yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my lantern, point it in the direction of the howling, and light it.
I'll do this for you then.
Oh boy.
It's dark.
And I'll give you like
So mine is it's a cone. It can go up to 120 feet. Dim light, 60 feet. Normal light, 60 feet.
so this is what the fire gives out for you in this very darkness. This is like actual completely visible.
Where's the trees?
Then you have I haven't put them on the map yet, so by the way, this is more like a no, that's too far. This is more like a what's it called?
A map.
No, you're on the river side or on the lake side.
The bank.
So there
So we
are
have
not
water
many
in our
trees
back.
here.
Oh.
It's like, this is the lakeside.
Go hide in the cart.
Yeah, I still need to put on the horses anyway. Around 60 feet away from you is the road.
I'm gone.
He's hiding under the cart.
Literally.
Well, if you're 28, I'll allow it. And, like, farther from the road, there's the woods. Your light, 120 feet, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's quite far.
Okay.
I'll ready my bow. And just in case I see something, I shoot.
The darkness seems to follow your light as well. And you can see just about the sides of the end of the road.
Okay.
That's about all you can see.
But I'm pointing it towards where the sounds are coming from, just to be clear.
They are coming from that area.
Okay.
The light is that bright. Like, would people have a disadvantage in actually seeing us because the light
because we're in light.
You're in light.
That's true. We're in part of the light from the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're so lit.
A short while goes by. As you roll another perception check.
Oh, there you go. My old rolls again. I rolled like 3 times a 7 on the perception.
Lucky number 7.
Best perception check.
Or unlucky 7.
Tyraneus and Mboy.
Again.
You hear the sounds again this time. They have most certainly been getting closer than when you heard them the first time.
And then what we said that they were...
Hey, I just want to point
out.
Same
direction?
I do want to point out that Gumby can go walk on water. I can fly on water. Ty can go swim pretty easily in the water. That just leaves the old man.
Yeah, and Dolos can hide.
Yeah, and then just leaves the old man.
And the old man is stuck on his own.
I can carry him if it comes down to it.
That's true. And drop him in the water.
What's the nature check for?
Well, I heard the sounds again, and now I'm trying to identify it.
Oh yeah.
You try. The sounds have gotten closer. You try to identify it again. These are no dogs. Definitely no dogs. They're too big for them.
Well, actually, I get a reroll because I'm lucky like that.
I pass it in for 1.
There you go. It's also 17.
So yeah. No dogs. Definitely no dogs. These are too big for dogs.
Like
they
wolf
may even
big?
They may even be bigger than your average wolf. They also the voice of the creature is it doesn't sound like a wolf. It reminds you more of the hellhounds you have fought before, but you cannot say with certainty.
Can we tell how many?
You can hear a couple.
2.
I'd say anywhere between 1 and 10.
You mean 2 and 10?
No, I say 1 and 10.
1, right?
Well, just as long as it's not hellhounds, fireballs will be very effective.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Are there any trees between here and the road?
Between here and the road, no. Behind the road, yes.
Okay.
Make a check.
Perception?
What check?
Perception check.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna... How close did they last sound? Like 1 mile away, or...?
Yeah, about a mile away. They were getting closer very fast, actually.
Because then I'm gonna use my dark vision.
Okay, so...
Yeah, will our dark vision extend our vision even further?
No. Not in this case.
Then there's no point in doing it.
Then it doesn't do anything.
It's like within the light, you get your vision is a little better. You get a little bit of a bonus to your dark vision in this case, but it's a different type of darkness. Tyraneus.
Yes.
You.
That
wasn't a stealth
That
check.
was your nature check, I guess.
You.
Oh! I'd be
Okay.
Ty.
A 1 and a 20.
No, that was my nature check.
Yeah, so was mine.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You do not hear any sounds any further. Tyraneus and Drake, both of you are looking just in a tree line, which isn't like light enough most of the time, but you can see someone. Drake, you can see a person.
Werewolves.
It's a fat man, an actually fat man. Until you look a little bit better. I mean, Tyraneus, you can see the fat man as well. But Drake, you can see just that bit better. And while this may look like a man, stand on 2 feet like a man.
I want to point out that Ty rolled a 24 for perception, and I rolled a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm more talking about nature right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So by perception, Ty, you can see this.
I rolled a 20.
Then Gumby can see it
perception.
as well. That's
Okay.
annoying with you when you continue to roll. Then actually, Drake, you cannot see it.
Oh.
As usual, I can't see anything.
A
And your
15?
nature check is also useless.
I can't see a fat guy with a 15.
No, he's standing just outside of your vision range.
Oh.
He's
So
not that bad.
Ty and Gumby, you can see him, and it's not completely human.
Like,
You do not hear.
It is your mom. Oh.
You do not hear any sounds, but you do see twinkling eyes next to it. 4 pairs of eyes.
Oh, so it's like a man with 2 like dog type things next to him, or wolf type things.
4 actually.
Oh, 4 pairs of eyes. Okay.
Yep, 4 pairs of eyes. And then
I quickly yell out and point that out to everyone.
And the man who is here now, he steps back even further. He's like, "Oh God, what is this?"
Is he like? Does he look like he can fight, or does he look like he's just gonna run away?
He looks
cower.
like he make a perception check on him if you
Does
wish.
he
No.
look like someone
Oh,
who
good.
would
Is that
hide?
gonna be insight?
Yeah, make it an insight.
Okay. 16. That's better than a 13.
You think that this man should be able to fight? It may not look like it, but you think he can actually fight a bit.
Okay.
He has some bite in him. So the line is looking at you, and then
what is it?
the line,
I
like
thought you said
the
lion.
line of creatures is looking at
Okay.
you, or are looking at you.
That's that clarification, because I heard lion, and because lion
Yeah,
didn't make
same.
any sense. I'm like, there's a lion? That's
Well,
not...
there's a line, but lions don't have eyes.
Yeah,
But there's
exactly,
A line
so-
of creatures. Oh, okay.
Let's be honest, I don't think you have to worry about a lion, really.
Not really.
Conjure wolves?
So this
Get our
lion,
own wolves.
I think you should conjure a lion of our own.
Should we turn off the fire?
No, they know we're here. I actually think you should conjure animals. I really think you should, Ty. Just make a line of wolves right in front of us.
after a couple of seconds, you hear a voice. The voice echoes, but it doesn't echo through the air, it echoes through your minds.
Oh, great.
Do we need to make a check or a save?
No, it says, step away from the man. Give him to us.
Why?
How much money you got?
Yeah, you would say that. You're the
know.
cleric.
Was I? Why should we? What has he done?
He is our prey, you have nothing to do with this. But if you stand in our way...
How
I
well
still
do
need
we
a
see
little
him?
more information.
Can we identify? Can we identify like what they are?
But what are?
What we're dealing with here?
No. You only see eyes looking at you, and from the eyes itself, you cannot gather enough information.
So we cannot shine light on them.
Not further, unless you step forward, you may.
I don't think it's worth casting at daylight.
Not at daylight, but what about like? Well, the thing is, I can't really. Nobody has an arrow or anything, right?
No, that would be like an attack motion. So let's not do that.
Decide soon before my master arrives and decides for you.